Hey, what's up, y'all? Mike Wayne here. So check this out. This video is going to be discussing how to stay on track with your fitness journey, but not necessarily the biological side, which is diet and exercise, but again, the spiritual side. So when it boils down to it, just getting straight to the jugular, I'm going to tell you to pray for the willpower and the discipline to sustain your fitness journey daily, no matter what, because, I don't think a lot of people anticipate the things that can come into your life and throw you off track. So, for example, most of the time when a person starts their fitness journey, they started with like optimal circumstances, starting circumstances. So they started, generally in a decent place with some stability, mental stability, emotional stability, some sense of stability, right? So you're like, man, I need to get in shape. So you get in the gym, you start eating correctly, you start working out on a daily basis. And then, you're experiencing some results. This may last for several months. It may last for several weeks. And you're doing good. The consistency is there. And then any number of things, stressful circumstances can take place that could potentially throw a person off, which in some instances you can't control certain stuff. So one thing, that I tend to talk about a lot when I'm, having a first phone call or a consultation with someone is, and I don't like talking about it because it's morbid, but it has to be discussed because it's so common and it's something we all have to deal with. So, for example, you're doing perfectly and then, say it, you lose a loved one. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not something that we want to discuss because it's morbid and it doesn't make us feel good. But if you don't have the type of emotional and mental resilience and discipline to sustain your health during an emotional circumstance like that, then, you've been doing good for 6 months, but then that happens, and then now you lose focus on your diet, you lose focus with your nutrition, and then it just goes downhill from there. It's like double trouble. You lost somebody, and you're losing your health at the same time, which ultimately leads to just like double the depression. And then it's hard to come up out of gaining 40 or 50 pounds or developing a health issue, because that happens. So that's why I tell you to use your spiritual relationship with God to, strengthen yourself so that you can handle any circumstances that comes to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just losing somebody. It could be losing a job. You're going through a bad relationship or a breakup. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Starting school and then school starting to take up so much of your time, or, just any of those things that we don't anticipate that can potentially happen, or even things that we do anticipate that can make you lose focus. And the reason why I'm drilling this so hard is because, when you are trying to get in shape, I don't think a lot of people really appreciate how much that truly enhances your life. When you are healthy, you have more energy to pursue all the other things in your life better. When you are healthy, you handle most generally everything that can potentially be a circumstance in your life better. You know what I'm saying? If you're healthy, you're a better worker at work, so you get more done. When you're healthy, you can take on new challenges and approach those challenges and, and beat them out, with a supreme state of energy, and your mental is on point. When you allow your health to break down, then you can't do a good job at work. If you're an entrepreneur, you can't take as many calls. You can't get as much accomplished when you're unhealthy. So no matter what happens, you have to maintain your health because, if you got a family to take care of, everything begins to suffer. When you're unhealthy, you can't tend to your kids the way you need to because your energy level is too low. And most of the time when our energy levels are low, we tend to be less patient because we just don't feel like doing certain stuff. So your kids are energetic and your energy levels are low. So you're snapping on your kids, you're snapping on your spouse. So no matter what happens, even if we lose somebody or we lose our job, we still have to take care of ourselves as best we can because it makes us we serve our people better. If you're I'm being redundant, but if your energy levels break down, you can't take care of your people correctly. So even though you may have lost somebody, you still, have this responsibility to others and yourself because you're still here. If you don't use your spiritual relationship to develop that emotional resilience and discipline to sustain your health no matter what happens. Because if it breaks down, you just keep losing out. I've been redundant a million times at this point in this video, but you get what I'm saying. I'm driving the point home. Pray for the wisdom, disciplines, and patience to willpower to sustain your health through any challenges that come. You can use those words exactly when you're saying a prayer. With that being said, I hope this information suits you and serves you. Be blessed, y'all.